This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by unified world champion Seniesa Estrada here in Las Vegas. Seniesa, it was a pleasure. How are you?
I'm doing well. Just arrived to Vegas this afternoon, and I'm excited to be here for Fight Week. It's a huge weekend for boxing in Vegas, and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
You've just mentioned obviously it's a huge weekend for Vegas. You've got that fight on Saturday, but you're headlining yourself on Friday. How important do you feel it is to really kind of take your own momentum away from this fight, because everybody's going to be coming to Vegas this weekend to watch, whether it be yourself or obviously that fight on Saturday night, so a real chance for you to gain some extra fans.
Yeah, definitely a chance to gain some extra fans, the fans who are already going to be here to watch a great fight on Saturday, Spence versus Crawford. And, it's going to bring a lot of media attention as well. And I'm just very grateful to be headlining. It's a great time in women's boxing. There's been so many great headlines. Last year we had Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor kicking off the big women's fights headlining, and then we had Clarissa Shields and just other fights after that, and then Alicia Baumgartner just headlined a couple weeks ago as well. So it's a time for women in boxing right now to be headlining, and I'm happy that I'm just at that point.
You obviously had a longer wait, shall we say, to get to the level you're at now to be able to start challenging for and become a world champion. Was there any ever doubts in your own mind as to when those opportunities might present themselves?
Yeah, there's definitely many doubts. I mean, I started boxing when I was 8 years old, had over 100 amateur fights. I've been going at this for more than half my life. So, of course, there's always been doubts along the way. But I just always had faith and belief in my abilities and in my talents. And I knew that no matter what happens, there's going to be struggles along the way. But, your talent can't go unseen.
Talent can't go unseen, and we get to see your talent on Friday night, as we've mentioned there. Talked about your fight with Yudica. What are you expecting?
Yeah, she's a tough fighter. She's fought a lot of former world champions. She used to be a world champion herself, so she's going to come in there to win. Of course, she's going to be in the best shape she's ever been in. I feel like every opponent who steps in the ring with me knows that they have to be in the best shape of their lives. So I'm expecting her to be tough, but I have the right game plan, and coming out of a unification fight with a tough opponent like Tina, who was my last opponent, I feel that I'm just physically and mentally prepared for this fight.
How do you have to go about trying to kind of impress those extra fans that will be tuning in? I'm sure it's maybe on your mind a little bit. You want to look for a more emphatic finish this time around.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking for the finish for sure. Definitely don't want it to go 10 rounds. And I think if I implement my game plan the right way, I don't really see it going the distance. But I don't really feel too much added pressure with being the main event. It's something that doesn't really. I don't really think about it, because no matter what, I go into every fight with pressure on myself no matter what, because I'm undefeated and because I have this platform, and I want to keep that on my record.
I'm sure if you're successful, the other fight that you want is that undisputed bout with Yokasta Valle. Are you confident you can get that one over the line?
I hope so. I heard that she will be there at my fight on Friday night. So, I mean, that's the only fight to make next is undisputed fight. So I'm hoping after this we can get that going and make it happen before the year is over.
Well, what would you put it down to as to why we haven't seen that fight yet? Because I know it's one you've been calling for specifically for a while.
Plain and simple. Her team and Golden Boy Promotions didn't want to take the fight. Yeah, that's the truth. So hopefully we can make it happen next. Like I said, hopefully we can work some things out and get it done.
If you do go on to do that, you become undisputed. We've just seen one man fight today and become a world champion at the weight above in Inoue. He obviously jumped up to super bantamweight. If you do so and you're successful in your fight, will you be looking to then move up or defend your crown?
Yeah, definitely. My goal, I've held 2 titles at 2 other weight divisions as well. So my overall goal is to be undisputed at 3 different weight divisions. So after I'm undisputed at 105, I'd like to move up to light flyweight and then flyweight, and have that rematch with the Sparza and take all the belts.
Can I get your thoughts on what you've made of Inoue's victory earlier?
Oh, I thought he was great. He's definitely he's if not #1 pound for pound, he's definitely way up there. I think he's a tremendous fighter, and the way he's winning fights is just incredible.
Inoue certainly put himself in the frame to be #1. A lot of people will kind of wait to see what happens on Saturday night. What are your thoughts? What happens on Saturday night?
I just want to see a good fight. It's a fight that we've all been wanting to see for so long. But I don't know. I think if Crawford can box and move and use his angles throughout the fight, I feel like he will come out with the victory.
One big fight in the UK and Ireland. I want to get your thoughts on a rematch being spoken about with Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron. Obviously, it comes down to whether it happens at 140 or 135. Just your take though, what happens if they do get that rematch over the line, and how much of a difference could the weight in that fight be?
Yeah, I love Katie Taylor, but that in that fight, I mean, Chantel Cameron was just she just took full control, and she was able to throw those straight punches down the middle that she throws and throws them very well. And she was a much bigger fighter going into that fight with Katie, but Katie's a warrior, and she tried her best throughout the fight. But I would love to see a rematch. Yeah.
Would you expect the same outcome or anything different?
I would expect Katie to make adjustments. I think she's capable of that. She's definitely smart enough and experienced enough to make adjustments. So I would love to. I'm very interested in seeing how it would go the second time.
Just final one from me, Seniesa. Just as a former Golden Boy fighter yourself, I think your thoughts on kind of Ryan Garcia and Oscar De La Hoya's recent fallout. What have you made of it?
I'd rather not comment on that. Yeah, thank you.
That's fair enough, Seniesa. Yeah, appreciate your time. But obviously, good luck on Friday night, and thank you.
Thank you so much.